who was could trace their linkage to the
yeah, well, I'd show it.
But you think they have passed on now?
I'd show it to him afterwards.
Oh, okay, okay.
Hogan?
Martin
yeah,
D.
Hogan.
Oh, Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan. D. Hogan.
D. Hogan.
Yeah. Of Chicago,
Mother of...
Illinois, in memory of his mother, father and sister, Mary Hogan ní Dooley, died April the 14th, 1854. Thomas Hogan died November 28th, 1866. Catherine Hogan, R.I.P.
Yes.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Yes.
Now, they are all, those Hogans live in Adair, and they are connected to the Fitzgeralds.
Oh,
there's some connection. I don't know what it is, but obviously an ancestor went to Chicago and he was able to send home the money for the headstone.
Yes.
I mean, people didn't have.
Yeah.
And those Hogans are connected to the Fitzgeralds.
It's a beautiful headstone, and that's that would be a stone that is so many of the stones don't last, do they? The inscriptions, but that one, that's an old one. It's lasted very well.
Yeah. And this graveyard was actually surveyed and the headstones recorded. There is a website, historicgraves.com.
Okay.
Graves.com, and a number of the graveyards in the Bruff area have been recorded and put on that website, and it is excellently done. And they have the set nav. I can't think of the right word.
There's some.
What do you mean? Like the web? Like the web? The World Wide Web?
That it'll pinpoint exactly.
Oh yeah, yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah,
like global navigation.
The navigation thing will guide you straight to the grave, to the specific grave.
Now, Jane, I'm just looking over at Nellie Lynch over there. That's not the Nellie Lynch that married Jack Lynch, is it?
No.
No, a different one. I could see she was a Deneen. Nellie Deneen married Jack Lynch in the pub, not at...
no, these are different Lynches.
Different Lynches.
They live, you know where your friend Mikey Noonan lived, behind Borrard. They live at the other side of that cross, those Lynches. Okay. No, it's just I wanted you to know.
Yes.
So see the Hannon, no, sorry, that's obviously that's Irish for Fitzgerald, is it?
May their souls rest in peace, basically.
So the Bruff, they specifically said Bruff Boston Fitzgeralds, haven't they? Because that's the one link that you've got back in the museum there.
Yeah, we have that.
Yeah. Whereas I've got Bruff Fitzgeralds. Obviously, there are quite a few, but I've got the Camus Bruff Fitzgeralds in my family.
Oh, have you? We'll have to do a bit more chatting.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good. Video, that's good.
They had this share of tragedy too, didn't they?
Well, I think no family is without their...
Joe died during the war, and the oldest brother, didn't he? And then a couple died young. Well, they all died young, really. Well, not all, sorry, but Robert and
Kathleen died young, didn't she?
I think, yes.
Yeah. And which girl was it? Rosemary was an epileptic or something.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
I think it might have been the death of, I remember seeing a documentary, it might have been the death of Kathleen that particularly affected the... these things because Joseph the oldest died during the war, so he wasn't, it wasn't the same effect as the... No.
Jean is still alive. She was here, she also visited Bruff in the 1990s.
Jean.
Every generation.
Yeah, Jean, yeah.
Okay, right.
Well, I think she was a...
She was the ambassador.
Ambassador, yes.
Giving her
James Fitzgerald married Honora McCarthy. They were married in Bruff Church. June 1793.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, the church records in Bruff aren't great until there's a gap between the mid-1790s and 1808. But we know that James and Honora had a number of children, including Michael, who is a grandfather of Honey Fitz.
No, this one will be fine.
Right.
And as everybody knows, Honey Fitz is a grandfather of JFK, the 40th President of America. If I had the right figure, I hope I have. The next brother we know something about, he was born around 1798 and he died in 1883. He was Edmund. He was married twice. His first wife was Mary Lenehan, and his second wife was Punch, just can't remember her Christian name, and his grandchild from the first marriage, his daughter from the first marriage, Mary Ann Fitzgerald, married a Michael Hannon in Lochar. That's Edmonds. And Michael and Mary Hannon had a number of children. Michael Hannon, yeah, and they had a number of children, including a Mary Josephine Hannon.
Right.
Who married Honey Fitz. They were cousins.
Mm-hmm. And that's down here.
Yeah. And the third boy who I know about is a James. He was born 1806 and he died in 1889.
Oh, there's more.
And James is the gentleman we're more familiar about because we knew his two granddaughters.
Right.
James joined the British Army in 1823 and he remained in the army until 1842 when he retired due to health reasons. He had ill health and he came back to Bruff and he settled in Bruff and he married a girl called Dunkley, by whom he had 4 sons. One of his sons went to America and he met a girl, Ellen O'Brien, from Schull in Cork, and they came home to Ireland and got married in County Cork in the late 1890s. Unfortunately, that boy died about 1903 or 104, by which time they had 2 children, and the second child, who was a boy, also died around that time also. Both died from TB.
So no continuation.
They had one child. They had one surviving child, a little girl. She was born around 1900. She was Eleanor. She was born around 1900, and we remember her. She married a gentleman called Duggan. He was a tradesman, and he came.
Was a chemist, was he?
No, he was a tradesman. He came to Bruff when they were rebuilding the courthouse. The old courthouse, the 2-storey courthouse in Bruff, was blown up around the time of the War of Independence.
Right.
There was a rumour around 1920. A rumour went out that the army were moving into it, and the local volunteers blew it up. It's recorded in a few different. It's mentioned in different books, including Tom Toomey's book, The War of Independence in Limerick. And Miss Eleanor Fitzgerald met Mr. Duggan, can't think of his Christian name, and they got married and they had 2 daughters. The older girl was Leonore. She was born at circa 1925. And they must have lost a few babies, and the second girl was born in 1935. There was 10 years between the 2 girls, and Leonore married Pat Quilty, local historian in Bruff, and both of them died in the early 2000s. and Sheila died. Sheila met actually her cousin, Caroline Kennedy, when she visited Bruff. 2013. But unfortunately, Sheila has passed away since. Neither Leonora nor Sheila had any family. Now, I'm sure that they had a number of other children, that James Fitzgerald and Leonora McCarthy probably have a number of other children, but I have no knowledge of them, unfortunately.